Well, thank you so much. Happy sunny spring Saturday at the Rex. Is there anything better? The weather is nice. We are in a great part of the city playing great music. So yeah, let's hear it for great days. We are the Jazz Mechanics. It is such a pleasure to be back here. Sad truth, this is actually the first time we've been back here since January 2020. Yeah. It's definitely overdue, but you know what? I think maybe the first kudos of the night has to go to this amazing establishment. I have to tell you a really quick and awesome story. I was at the Blue Jay game last night, and the Blue Jays are doing this little community outreach, connect to the city kind of dealio, and had this big montage opening the night with all these like snapshots of great iconic landmarks and shots of the city, and wouldn't you know it, about 4 or 5 snippets in, a big beautiful snap of that iconic Rex sign out front of this building. Yeah, and you know, anybody who loves baseball knows that there's a lovely connection between jazz and baseball, always has been, but I just thought that was so cool. It was let's celebrate everything Toronto, and what do you know, there's the Rex right in there. So big kudos to the Rex, everybody here, Tom, for continuing all the awesome stuff and really keeping this fire burning over COVID. So yeah, it's been a long time since we've been here, but thank goodness this is still here, doing everything it does for Toronto jazz culture. Let's hear it for the Rex. My name is Andrew Jones. I've been leading this band for a while now. It is such a pleasure to be part of this band. They rehearse regularly, and we just love playing Canadian music. Today is a big celebration of everything Canadian and everything we love about big band music in this country. We're going to open the first half of our show tonight. You've seen these floating around, excuse me, sir. This fantastic, archaic medium that is these plastic disc-making sound machines. Anyway, I joke, but I don't. In 1996, this band recorded a really interesting album with the then director Jim Lewis. Many of you know of Jim Lewis and his contribution to the city and jazz education. Still absolutely killing it, teaching trumpet and jazz performance and big band music at the University of Toronto now. But Jim Lewis used to run this band. They did this album in 1996 to highlight the music this band was playing. We have a mandate for playing Canadian composers and playing lots of music that maybe sometimes doesn't get the radio play or the notoriety it should. So that opening piece we played is an arrangement of 3 little words written by Terry Promain, arranged by Terry Promain, Canadian stalwart. Let's hear it for Terry Promain. And we'll be dipping into this a little bit later, but there are members of the band from 1996 who, believe it or not, are still in this band.
Still alive.
And some others who are still hanging out with us today. And honestly, it's a little bit of a reunion for us. So this is a special day. If you saw any of our publicity, later on this afternoon we're going to get into highlighting the great music of the late Phil Nimmons, and we are so proud to be back here playing Phil's music as well. So we're going to keep things going and feature, you heard a little bit of that last tune, but we're going to feature Raz on the flugelhorn here, Raz Hillen, and this is a beautiful arrangement of I Can't Get Started. This
goes out to all the Chrysler owners out there.
That is Raz Hilland on the flugelhorn. Let's hear for Raz. How about for Max Williams on the trombone? Yeah. And bringing it home at the end, our fearless leader, the engine behind the Jazz Mechanics, to be sure, Mr. David Harmsworth. We love that arrangement. Beautiful little waltz. Also, Terry Promain arrangement. We're going to do something a little different now. We're going to actually play something by Toronto legend. You will find his picture in a few places, including on that iconic Boss Brass picture. We're going to play an arrangement, a composition by Don Thompson. Vibraphonist, pianist, bass player, everything amazing about music. We love Don Thompson's music very much. This is called Blues for Jim Son. This band recorded this years ago. This piece was also used very famously by Dave McMurdo's Jazz Orchestra in the 1990 tour when they went to Russia. There's some amazing stories, again, one of those Toronto big band legends of the Dave McMurdo Jazz Orchestra traveling to Russia in 1990. And this was actually one of the tunes in that set that they played. So Jim Lewis at the time, I think getting this chart in our book was kind of key. We like this. It's sort of like a Canadian all blues if you're a Miles Davis fan. So we're going to play the Canadian all blues. This is called Blues for Jim Son by Don Thompson.
Don't be rushing the tempo. Sorry, I'm a slap to my humor.
Don't make them on. It's not. A one, two, three. A one, two, three.
great mood, right? Love that mood. So thank you, Miles Davis, and thank you, Don Thompson. On the guitar, let's hear from Merlin Williams. There's a lot of things about this band that is unique. There's a lot of great rehearsal bands. Ours is pretty unique. There is rarely a Monday that this band does not get together and play music in some form or another. As a result, it is a big task keeping the sublist active and finding people who can make the jaunt up to where we're rehearsing in Brampton. So kudos to David, obviously, for doing all that and keeping this band like happening for years. But then you get people like Merlin, who's, I don't know, probably played every chair in the saxophone section and just decided that he'd become our guitarist a couple years ago. Now he's doing that quite well. He also subs in on bass now and then because he's Merlin Williams.
Killer truck driver.
And he's a killer truck driver. Yeah.
It's on the road now, we're going to make it over.
Speaking of voices from the back there, joining us on piano in this set, how about a hand for Ross Woldridge? Rounding out the rhythm section, we have been playing with this man for the majority of the last year, and it is an absolute pleasure to play with Mark Dunn on the bass. Yeah. We had a very long, lovely relationship with Mr. Chris Udell in the building today, and yeah. A fine bass player is not always the easiest thing to find, someone willing to slog through 18,000 page charts, but Mark Dunn is absolutely killing back there. And how about holding together the man, the legend, that is Kevin Cody on the drums. All right, we are going to, that's our fabulous rhythm section. We're going to play an original composition by Jim Lewis here to pay tribute to, as I said, our former artistic director. This is called Coming Down. Really interesting, cool little straight eight thing. Dates back to probably his Humber days, we think, yes? Anyway, this is called Coming Down. We like this one a lot. And just to, if you haven't figured it out yet, all these tunes that we were playing, if you like them, they are available on this fantastic Jazz Mechanics Current Events CD. And we're going to be talking more about that in a moment. Here we go. One, and two, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. Like I said, the music of Jim Lewis, beautiful piece of music coming down. Yeah. I'm gonna introduce the rest of the trumpet section because yeah, they're working hard back there, and yeah, Raz is clearly doing the heavy lifting so far tonight. But let's hear it from the far side, Peter Goodman. Peter Dixon, lead trumpet, spiritual advisor, David Harnsworth, Mr. Raz Hilland, and Jason Town. Jason's job is to keep the band age average down. He's doing that very well. Yeah. Yeah, cool. All right. So yeah, we should do it, right? It's official? I heard a rumor. It is official. Hello.
Oh my goodness.
Joining us at the Rex this afternoon, an old friend upon invitation, and now I'm nervous because my teacher just walked in the room. Mr. Paul Reed has joined us. Welcome, Paul. And the lovely Trish Coulter. It's not so good, Trish Coulter. Thank you guys for coming. Your time couldn't be better because we were about to play some of your music. And I'm not just saying that, I promise you. You were next on the set list, so impeccable timing as always. Yeah, so back to Jim Lewis. Yeah, this man, we are so incredibly fortunate that this gigantic overstuffed folder that we come to hang out with every week really is the secret of this band, that people come out to play this band because we try to get great charts that are Canadian and give us pride in being Canadian musicians, but also just really great music. So yeah, Jim loved the music of Paul Reed, some of his great compositions that go back to his Humber days. Some of these guys played back then. But we're going to play two arrangements of Paul's, starting with a beautiful composition to feature Steve Town on the tenor sax. This is called Sandcastle. about it? Killing it up there on the flugelhorn, Brad Stillings. And that beautiful music by Mr. Paul Reed. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. All right. We got a little bit of very important housekeeping to do, but just before I pass this off to David, check this out. In the room right now, how many people have ever played in this band? That's pretty good. There's a lot of hands in the room.
Beer on David. I like that. Or beer at David. Try again.
Okay, so I'm going to try and not miss anyone. So we have former members of the band, some of which first I'll mention that were on the CD. Our former lead alto saxophone player, Mr. Greg Murphy, standing right by the post there. Our wonderful drummer for many, many years and was involved in the engineering of things and whatnot. You'll hear more about Steve Foster later. I believe his wife Lenore is right behind, yes. Played trombone in the band for a very, very long time. As did my brother Mark, who's also sitting at the bar. George Garrett is here, was our lead trombone many times and for many years. And Chris Udell, of course, has been mentioned already, was our bass player for a very long time. Andy Schoenhofer to round out the trombone section, way in the back. And I know there's people here that have been subs in the band, but I'm just going to stick to the alumni at this point. Thank you all for coming out. Did I miss anybody? Kale is playing tonight, so he's not alumni. Current, although he leads North America for great lengths of time, and we don't know whether he's in the band or not. But anyway, he's in the band tonight. So thank you so much for coming. It was such a great experience to do the CD way back with Jim Lewis. He was such an inspiration, and thanks for all coming. And if you didn't get a CD, please ask the guys at the door. They're free. So please grab a CD and even take some, to pass out if you like. So thanks again for coming.
So we're going to play one more tune for you and take a little break. But here's what's happening after the break. It really is, when we started setting this day up, we wanted to make something just joyful and fun for returning to this fabulous place and just playing great music. So, in the house today, we also have, with Paul Reed and Trish Coulter, it's like U of T reunion day today for many of us, Holly Nimmons and Holly Nimmons' son, Sean Nimmons-Patterson, daughter and grandson of Mr. Phil Nimmons, who we'll be playing the music of in the second set. So welcome, Holly and Sean. I'm just throwing that out there on the off chance that any of you think you want to split on the break. Don't do that. We're going to play a tune. We're going to take a little bit of a refreshing break, and we come back and play the music of the late, absolutely phenomenal Phil Nimmons, the man who changed the lives of every member of this band, and probably most of this band too. So please don't go away. We're going to finish our set with Paul Reed's Toronto Special Edition, All of Me Charts. And any of you who know this chart know it's a little bit of tour de force. We're going to feature our trombone section right to left. This is Chris, Mitchell, Max, and Josh, our trombone section. And our saxophone section, right to left, on baritone, Brad Williams, Steve Town. This is subbing in with us. I ignored him earlier, but absolutely killing it on that blues tune, Mr. Kurt Lones. And let's hear you're going to hear more from Naomi and Kevin in second half. Thank you guys. Kevin Goss, Naomi. This is going to be a really special day, so thank you for being here. Here's All of Me.
man's here. I don't want to let you. What? See? I want to see.
That was such a blast to play. We'll see you very soon. Don't go too far. Okay? Don't go too far. We'll get the band lubricated and then we shall be back.